All right, now Mr. Haas wants to talk to you quickly about something called acquired traits, also sometimes called learned traits, or learned behaviors, or learned characteristics. So these inherited or learned traits and characteristics and behaviors, these are a little different than the inherited ones. So we talked how inherited traits are passed down through your genes. Your acquired traits or your learned behaviors are things that you get, they're traits or characteristics about you that you get through your life experiences. So it's something that you've learned how to do or something you've gotten through living and being alive and going through things. So, for example, some acquired traits might be learning how to play a sport. You might know how to play baseball because you had to learn how. Um, Another acquired trait might be learning how to read. So we call those acquired or we call those learned behaviors or characteristic. A scar on your body. If you have a scar from a cut that healed and you can still see the mark, that would be an acquired trait. You didn't get that because of your genes, and you cannot pass that down to your offspring. Okay, if you have a scar, I have a scar right here from a surgery I had when I was younger. My son Beckett does not have that scar because it didn't get passed down through my genes. It's something that I acquired through my experiences. Your preferences. A preference is something that you like. So when you say, oh, I love pizza, or man, I do not like Brussels sprouts, those are your preferences, things you prefer, the type of music, prefer what sport to play. You might prefer a specific color. Those are all through your experiences. Those are not in your genes. So those are things that can change as you get older through experiences. If you eat a certain food and it makes you sick, you might not want to eat that food again. That's a preference. Now, whereas your friend might love that food because they never got sick from it. So that is what we're talking about when we talk about acquired or learned behaviors. They're your preferences, they're the things about you, even your clothes. You prefer that color or that style. So they do make you as well. Okay? Sometimes you might like a specific sports team because your parents did, and you might say, oh, I inherited that. Well, you didn't inherit that. It was not in your genes, but you prefer that team because your parents influenced you because that's the team that they like. So that's the cool thing about acquired traits and learned traits is that they're not passed down through your genes. So you through your experiences, you that kind of helps you become you. Language is another big one. The fact that you speak English or speak Spanish or can speak both, that is an experience. I can only speak one because through my life experiences, I was never exposed to or learned another language, whereas some people have parents that speak multiple languages, so they grow up hearing both of them, and they then have an acquired or learned characteristic of being bilingual or being able to speak two languages. So that is what our acquired and learned behaviors are. They are not passed down through genes. You get them through your life experiences. Have a great day, guys.